Before I begin, I am not a professional by any means. I only color my hair or hair for my friends and family. And I guess you could say I went to YouTube University. You don't need much. I have my developer, the bleaching powder, I guess that's what it's called. I don't know. And my mixing tools and a bowl that I mix everything in. And it's fairly simple. Oh, and aluminum foil as well. So at this point, I have everything laid out. I'm just going to start mixing. In terms of how much powder to use, I don't know. I really don't know. I start pouring and mixing until it looks like it's enough and until it's the right consistency. Also, I don't want to run out in the middle of me coloring the hair, so I do mix up quite a bit. So I just pull out a few scoops of the powder and mix in the developer until it's the right consistency, and then I just go to work. I end up using like 3 big scoops, maybe like 3.5. And then after that, I'm just going to mix in the developer. I mainly want to show you that the hair can be lifted. Although I don't want it super bright, I just want subtle highlights. The hair can be lifted to any color. So yeah. Now that my bleach mixture is ready to go, I have the bundle laid out, and what I'm going to do is go through and just pick out random strands that I want to color. So I go through the entire bundle, just one bundle at a time, and just pick out the strands that I would like to put the bleach on first. And once I pick those strands out, I lay them on top of the foil so I can color all of them at once, which will make sense once you see me do it. I'm going to lay the foil down so it'll separate the hair that I want to color from the hair that I don't want to touch right now. And this helps me not make such a mess and then control what I'm highlighting all at once as well. So I work it when I walk down the hallway, they can't say nothing. Oh, my lips so luscious. The way I spice it up with the MAC brushes. L'Oreal got them watermelon crushes. That's probably the reason all these boys got crushes. What you know about me? What you know about me? What you know about me? What you know? I said my lip gloss is cool. My lip gloss be popping. I'm standing at my locker and all the boys keep stopping. What you know about me? What you know about me? What you know about me? What you know? I said my lip gloss is popping. My lip gloss is cool. All the boys keep jocking. They chase me after school. Now that I have the hair all coated, I just set a timer. And I also turn my heat lamp on and just walk away and let it get to work. And then I periodically come back and check on it to see if it's the color that I'm looking for. Now that it's the color that I want, I'm just gonna fold the foil up so it can set a little bit longer and get just a little bit brighter, and I'm gonna work on the next set of highlights that I want. So this allows me to color the highlights I started with and then also color that same bundle and get some tones that are a little bit lighter. And that's what I'm gonna do next. So as you can see now, I'm just gonna go through and highlight some random pieces that I didn't select initially. That way I can have some different tones. I don't want it to all be the same color. So I'm just gonna go through and hit random spots, and that'll add more character to the hair, and I can have just a few more highlights in my bundle. Now that I'm done, I'm just gonna rinse this off with some conditioner and shampoo. And then I usually, after putting so much bleach on the hair, I just I put the conditioner on it for like an hour and then rinse it out. Always use organics products, as you can see. And next I'll show you the outcome. So I just wanted to end this video with a few updates. I finally showed you guys that the hair can be colored. I didn't lift it very high just because I like subtle highlights. I'm gradually going to go lighter just because I want to try something new. But first of all, the stylist that I went to, she is in Frankfort here in Kentucky. Her name is Lexi, I'm pretty sure. I just followed her on Instagram and found her that way. I will link her information below. Just a quick review on her. She was very easy to get in contact with. I booked her through StyleSeat. That way I could see the days she was open and the times. She's very flexible and she does an amazing job. Like, I'm very, very picky with my hair and my installs, but she was perfect across the board. So I'll include her Instagram information and her contact information below. So if you're in Kentucky, near Lexington, Louisville, you should definitely go check her out. On another note, I have added frontals, clip-ins, and blonde hair to the site. So first I'll start with the blonde hair. It is made out of raw material, so it is hair sourced from the temples as well, but it has been altered, and when I say altered, it has been bleached to be as light as it is. So no, it did not come from the temple, this blonde. So here's one of the bundles. I'll have bundles like this, wavy bundles, and also the transparent closures. Let me take this off of here so you can see it. So this is the wavy closure that goes with it, and it's very transparent. I love these a lot. So I'll have these stocked on the site as well. Also, I'll have closures that look like this as well. The wavy and curly that are, this is a staple. Very transparent as well. I like this material a lot better. I don't know why, I just like it a lot. But it'll still be made with raw hair, of course. And then the frontals. I have quite a few styles, I should say. Some that look like this. And then once I get the other one in, it'll be sometime next week, I'll post a picture on my Instagram. And it looks like this, but it's a little more transparent. I have not bleached this or anything yet, but this is just one of the frontals. They are very thick and I love them. And I just wanted to make sure that they were made. It was so hard. First of all, to source raw hair, it's harder than I would have ever imagined to consistently source it. With that being said, that's why it does take time to construct these, because this is all made from raw hair by hand. If you have never seen how a closure or a frontal is constructed, please watch it on YouTube and you'll understand why it takes time to get these in. But they are very beautiful. They can be altered. You can customize your hairline and then bleach the knots as well. So that's that. I'll always have bundles, but sometimes it just takes a little longer for these to be constructed because it is a very tedious task. So I wanted to put that out there. Also, if you do not follow me on social media, you should, at least Instagram and Facebook too, because people ask me all the time, well, when are you going to have sales? When are you going to have a promo offer or something like that? The only time I will ever have one, I'll really just do like a flash sale. Like sometimes I'll be in the mood to just post a sale. So I always post it on the Instagram Snap. So it's like the Snap feature on Instagram. I'll randomly just post 15 or 20% off or whatever, 30, whatever I'm feeling that day. So if you watch it on there, I'll post it. And sometimes I'll post it on my Instagram page as well, but I'll only leave it up for a little bit and delete it. So you have to follow me on social media to get those offers. Also, sometimes I will post it on Facebook. So make sure you're on social media, and that offer can be used for any item. Even if you just buy one item, you could get it for 30% off. So just make sure you follow me on social media, because that's where I will post the deals, because it's super random. Sometimes it'll be a week long, and if you have that code, you can utilize it. Like, I'll post it for a few hours and delete it and then just see how many people use it later. People will always find it and use it. So just make sure you do follow me on social media. I'm trying to think if there's anything else I want to cover. I think that's it. I will be going to Arizona soon, so the next stylist I try will probably be out there. But there's quite a few in Kentucky. There's a girl in Louisville. I'm not even sure what her name is. Her name on Instagram is Coco Elaine, I want to say. I'll put it below as well. But she actually has a wait list. I would try to book with her. because I'm going out of town soon, so I wanted to get my hair done. But the girl in Frankfort was perfect. Like, not one complaint at all. Like, my sew-in is flat. It is perfect. Like, she took her time braiding it. She didn't rush at all. Like, I literally have nothing to complain about with the girl in Frankfort. She did such a good job. And her name on Instagram is Lexi the Stylist _. But I'll tag the information below. But there's another girl in Louisville I want to try before I move. So hopefully I can get in. She has a wait list. So if not, I'll just get it done sometime before I leave. And then there's a third person in Lexington. What is her name? I can't think of her name. Sorry. But I'll put her information below too. But there's quite a few stylists. I always say it's so hard to find a stylist in Kentucky, especially if they don't have social media. Some people just really don't F with Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, whatever. But that's how I find people, is through hashtags, especially in other cities. So I will put their information below, mainly Lexi, because that's who I went to for this install. And I literally have no complaints. Like, usually I'm so picky that I'm like, I have something to say, but like, she was so nice. She did such a good job. I like that she took her time with braiding it and just everything. Like, it was perfect. Like, she didn't cut my wefts. That is a big no. Also, I still get, sometimes I can't even believe the questions y'all ask in my inbox. Like, it's super crazy. Like, people say the craziest stuff. Like, I will say people expect weave to do magical things that their real hair doesn't even do, which is why they're wearing weave in the first place. But just know how to take care of hair and have the patience to take care of raw hair and want to take care of it. I should say that, because people will get it and feel like they can go weeks or however long y'all keep hair in, which is crazy, without washing it or doing anything to it, and that's just not how it works. Also, with frontals, I personally think they're like for a special occasion, especially if you're getting it sewn in with like a sew-in versus wearing it with a wig. It's not something that you wear for months and months on and then expect it to stay in the same spot without maintenance. So I always stress that your install is just as important as the hair. You can get the best hair on earth, but if whoever's doing it, you or whoever, if you can't install it, it's just a lose-lose situation. So keep that in mind. Make sure whoever's doing your hair, or if you're doing it, that your sew-in or wig, whatever you're constructing, is as flawless as the hair that you're using. I can't stress that enough. And just make sure it's so easy to maintain. It's not hard. A good conditioner, shampoo, some argan oil to keep it moisturized so it's not dry, and you're set. It's really not rocket science. I don't even want to dive into the questions people ask me in my email. It's so crazy. But yeah, just stay tuned for any updates. I think that's it. I keep running out of space on my phone, so I'm like, what else is there to talk about? But that is all this time. I'll link all the information from this video below from the people that are in Kentucky that do hair. More specifically, the girl that did my hair this time, Lexi. And as always, let me know if you have questions. I have Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat, all of that. So just let me know. No matter where I'm at, I got crack. I got grenade. Yeah, I got grenade. Got that grenade. Yeah, I got grenade. Started from the trap, now I rap. No matter where I'm at, I got crack. Standing on the block.